Be still now, child. When you've lost your way in the hell of yesterday bleeds into today. I see the storm is raging.
I was a part of a little panel of people last fall. I was the one artist on the stage. There were a bunch of pastors and other folks, and asking about what's the next 10 years of the church look like. And I said, I think the next 10 years of the church looks pretty small, not less powerful, okay, but small.
I'm just sitting here thinking about what you just said. If you've got Michael Card and Phil Keaggy as mentors, were they personal and in your life guys, or just drop by for a 15-minute lesson and get out of my face? I mean, what was that like?
Well, it's mostly Keaggy. He's been so good to me. I straight up asked him the first time I met him if he would mentor me. I mean, whatever possessed me to, and he said, sure, yes. Especially as I've gotten older, Keaggy and I are really close friends. I love it. But when I was younger, he was kind of like an older brother to me, like teaching me things. And Kevin Twitt's another guy that I'm really close with, who really impacted me, the pastor at Belmont RUF, so those guys are still in my life.
Discipling really means, in my understanding, what you do with Phil Keaggy is just have a deep personal relationship with a fellow believer, and you're on your journey together and you're learning from each other and supporting each other.
You've seen some people crash and burn, and without naming names, common things that have haunted you as you've watched their troubled trajectory. What would you say?
Well, isolation is something that is a killer. It'll cut off oxygen. It'll cut off everything. It'll cut off life. If you're out of community, if you're out of fellowship with other people, if you think you are the guy, you are the brand, and there's nobody speaking into your thing, first of all, you're not a brand, you're a person. It's like, all this stuff is helpful, but it doesn't really lead to anywhere good if it's an ultimate thing for you to be a brand and to control the messaging and all that stuff. I think it's just about obedience, and I think you have to really be careful that you're not flying solo out there, that you're connected to others.
As you think back about those people and what you've heard from them, what would they say as their rationale for why they did what they did versus your conversation?
Right. Yeah. Hypocrisy. I think they'd say, there's a lot of times there's what's presented up front, but then backstage you don't want to see the sausage get made. I've seen a lot of that, a lot of cynicism, a lot of anger, a lot of pain. I mean, it's really pain. What's
it like as a young person coming up in the industry when you came up, and what's it like today?
At the time, when I started in this world, it was Christian music was a huge industry.
The focus is still making sure the show is a really good show, and yet we're creating disciples that are really just spectators. They're coming, they're attendees, they're ticket holders.